You know that feeling when you have a crystal clear vision for something you want, but you just can't seem to make it happen? Well, today we're breaking down a surprisingly practical, century-old method for turning those mental ideas into actual physical proof. It's a story we all know, right? You sit down, you visualize a goal with everything you've got, and then nothing happens. It can be so frustrating. And honestly, it can feel like you're just daydreaming, completely disconnected from any real result. And that right there is the fundamental gap we're talking about. You've got this perfect picture in your head, but it feels like the bridge between your inner vision and the outer world is just broken. So what's the missing piece of the puzzle? We're about to find out. So here's our game plan. We'll look at the paradox of visualization, then introduce the idea of a mental blueprint. From there, we'll build a 4-part bridge to reality, apply it to some real-life examples, and wrap up with a simple practice you can start doing today. Okay, let's dive into the first key idea. This is the concept that really closes that gap between a thought floating around in your head and a tangible result you can see and feel in your life. Our guide for this is Genevieve Barrand, and what's so cool is that she was writing about this over 100 years ago, but she wasn't interested in mystery. She framed this whole thing as a logical, repeatable process, almost like an engineering problem. The central idea she gives us is the mental form. And really, the best way to think of it is as an architect's blueprint. Before anyone can start building a house, a detailed, complete, and ordered plan has to exist first. This mental picture you create is the mold for what you want to bring into reality. And here is the crucial distinction you have to make. The mental form is the cause, and the physical form is the effect. That inner vision has to be established and clear first, before your outer reality can start to match it. Think of one as the potential, and the other as the finished building. Now, some people feel like focusing on material things is, kind of unspiritual. The Herond argued the total opposite. She explained that bringing ideas into physical form is the main way our inner, creative spirit gets to express itself and know itself. So matter isn't some illusion to avoid, it's the very channel for creation. So if we have the blueprint, how do we actually build the bridge to get to the finished product? Well, Barron's work lays out a really clear 4-part structure for doing exactly that. Here's the bridge. It starts with that clear picture, our blueprint. Next, you have to connect a genuine feeling to it. Then, you make sure your language, the way you talk about it, is aligned. And finally, the step that anchors it all in reality, the proof action. And this, right here, is so often the missing link. Both Barron's old school wisdom and modern research confirm it. Visualization without action is really just a fantasy. And action, even a tiny one, is what proves your conviction to yourself. It's the physical signal that construction on your blueprint has officially begun. Okay, so that's the theory. But how does this framework actually work in our day-to-day lives? Let's get practical and apply it to a few common goals. Let's start with a big one, advancing in your career. Your blueprint is that clear vision of you in a new role, performing with confidence and skill. And the feeling that goes with it is one of accomplishment, of satisfaction. So what are the proof actions? It's not just thinking about it, it's doing something that aligns with that new reality. You sit down and update your resume. You sign up for that training course. You finally draft that project proposal. See, these aren't just random tasks. They're physical proof that you're becoming the person in your blueprint. The same logic works for things that are a bit less tangible, like improving a relationship. Your mental blueprint might be a vision of healthier, more connected communication, and the feeling is one of trust and real appreciation. Your proof actions are what demonstrate this commitment. You schedule specific, intentional time together. You take 5 minutes to write a letter of appreciation. In your very next conversation, you make a conscious effort to just listen. Each small action serves as physical evidence of your internal vision. And finally, let's look at creating new habits. The blueprint here is the vision of yourself as someone who, for example, already lives a healthier lifestyle. The feeling you connect with is one of energy and vitality. The proof actions are all the little things that reinforce this new identity. You lay out your workout clothes before bed. You take your vitamins. You eat one meal mindfully without your phone. Each one of these actions is like casting a vote for the person you are becoming. Okay, let's put all this together into one simple practice that you can use immediately. Let's call it the blueprint to proof practice. It's just 3 simple steps. First, define one specific picture, not 10 things, just one. Second, identify the core feeling of already having it. And third, and this is the most important part, take one small physical proof action that aligns with it, and do it today, not tomorrow.
All right, let's do a quick recap of the foundational ideas just to make sure this whole framework really sticks with you.
So, to boil it all down, your mental picture is your blueprint. The material world is the necessary channel for that vision. Action is the essential bridge that connects the two. And a proof action is how you demonstrate your own conviction. To take this a step further, our next explainer builds directly on this foundation. We'll explore how to energize and maintain this mental picture over time. You can find that one, episode 4, right in the playlist. And this brings us to the most important question. This isn't just about understanding a cool concept. It's about actually using it. So what is the one small, simple proof action you will take today to begin building from your blueprint? Go ahead and decide on it right now.